This is ABC 7 News at 6 on the road, live from Milo.
Presented by Cat Tracks, Maine Savings Federal Credit Union, and Harris Lumber.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for ABC 7 News at 6 live on the road. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. We are here in the beautiful town of Milo. It is a gorgeous day, and there is a lot to talk about. Specifically, Milo is celebrating its bicentennial, and we'll have much more on that coming up a bit later in the show.
Indeed, we will. But in the meantime, some other news to get to tonight. First off, a judge ruled that a man facing felony charges surrounding an incident in Smithfield earlier this week will be held on a $10,000 bail. Our AJ Douglas has details.
Friday in Skowhegan District Court, 33-year-old Cy Perry made his initial court appearance for felony charges of aggravated assault and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon after police reportedly responded to Quaker Lane in Smithfield August 9th when an unidentified individual alleged they were assaulted. Police say Perry was believed to be armed and barricaded himself inside the residence. Perry was arrested hours later.
Sir, is that true? You've had a chance to speak with Attorney Rutledge this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you also shown a video that explained all of your rights this afternoon?
Yes, ma'am.
Perry will be held on a $10,000 cash bond. The state listed Perry's bail conditions.
State's recommending not to use or possess dangerous weapons or firearms, subject to random search and testing, and no contact with the named victim, not to return to her residence, place of employment, place of education.
Moving forward, Perry will be assigned a court-appointed lawyer. Perry is expected back in court October 25th. In Skowhegan, I'm AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A Hancock County grand jury has indicted a third person in connection with a crash that killed 4 Maine Maritime Academy students back in December. 21-year-old Noel Tavares of North Falmouth, Massachusetts, was indicted on 4 counts of manslaughter, 4 counts of aggravated criminal OUI, 2 counts of reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, 2 counts of driving to endanger, and 1 count criminal speeding. Tavares was a passenger in the vehicle that caught fire after hitting a tree. Police believe the vehicle was traveling over 100 miles an hour when it crashed on Route 166 in Castine. A man that was the subject of a search by Maine State Police was also indicted. 42-year-old David Michaud of Lee had multiple warrants for crimes in Hancock and Penobscot counties. Michaud was indicted on a variety of charges, including 2 counts of burglary, 2 counts of theft, 3 counts aggravated criminal mischief. And finally, the grand jury also indicted a Stonington man accused of setting his home on fire. 33-year-old George St. Amand was indicted for arson and violation of conditions of release. According to court records, his mother told investigators he had allegedly broken windows out of the house because of mental health issues.
The Wentworth Event Center in Belfast was destroyed by fire nearly 2 weeks ago, and at least one of the organizations affected by that fire is pressing on. In addition to being a venue for weddings, outdoor events, and other celebrations, the building was also a site for the public transportation services provided by Waldo Community Action Partners, or Waldo CAP, a nonprofit that assists low-income individuals. Thankfully, none of the organization's vehicles were damaged in that fire. And despite the setback, representatives say their services will continue thanks to a collaborative effort.
We were able to rally key staff, administrative staff, our local partners that work with our IT support systems, pulled about every local available space we had here in our building, tucked people in, set them up with workstations, and people didn't skip a beat and continued to deliver services.
Waldo CAP receives about 15,000 calls per month, and Kelly says they are confident in their ability to continue serving their community.
Meanwhile, $272,000 from the Environmental Protection Agency is coming to Maine, and that money will be used to support water quality monitoring at beaches. It's part of a nationwide program to protect public health. The grant will help ensure that beachgoers know where coastal waters are safe for swimming and recreation. When bacteria levels are too high for safe swimming, state, tribal, and local authorities notify the public and post beach warnings or closings. In a joint statement, all the members of Maine's congressional delegation said, quote, "With 3,500 miles of iconic and pristine coastline, Maine is a haven for beachgoers, especially during the summer season that draws crowds from across the country. It's critical our beaches and waters are safe," end quote.
Bangor City Councilors unanimously approved the allocation of $500,000 in pandemic relief funds to build new health clinics inside two of the city's grade schools. Our Matthew Jarancic with that story.
Councilor Sprague? Yes. Councilor Davitt?
Yes.
Councilor Hawes?
Yes.
Councilor Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilor Leonard?
Yes.
Councilor Pelletier?
Yes.
Funding from the city of Bangor will allow Penobscot Community Healthcare to build out clinics at the Dowdy and Cohen middle schools. This comes after the opening of a mental health clinic at Bangor High School in February last year. They hope the health centers will allow them to provide better mental health services for students.
Post-pandemic, we've seen a dramatic increase in demand for mental health services, but also the support, the way that medical health or physical health can be impacted.
According to Bangor Superintendent James Tager, 50 Bangor students sat on a mental health wait list to receive care last year.
We are hearing overwhelmingly from faculty, from teachers, from counselors in the school that students are really needing support, and that has increased since the pandemic.
Bangor City Manager Debbie Laurie mentioned in Monday's meeting that the operational cost for these health clinics will not affect Bangor schools. The money would come from the revenue of the high school clinic. Laurie hopes for the middle school clinics to be up and running by the fall of 2024. Matthew Jarancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, despite some spotty showers throughout the region this afternoon, the skies, at least here in Milo, have really opened up for just a beautiful evening for us.
And certainly in other areas, they were enjoying some nice cool breezes and sunshine as well. So we hope that all of you at least got a little bit of that today.
Yes, we do.
And with a bit more on what we can expect for the rest of this evening, let's get a first check of our forecast.
Hey, Beth and Peter, happy Friday. Your first weather is brought to you by Driveway Maintenance Paving. Looking good out there. And for us, temperature-wise today, 76 here in Bangor. Also Bar Harbor, 74 Millinocket, so comfortable. The average high is near 78 now. We got closer to that today, of course, but the clouds are with us and a couple of showers out there still. It's been a rainy stretch, right? These showers, though, will get out of here tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a very nice day, but then our next weather system gets in here most likely later on tomorrow night, more so on Sunday, with our next batch of rain showers getting in here Sunday into Monday. Our forecast then tonight, though, is very comfortable, right? Mostly clear skies, low temperatures in the 60s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter?
All righty, Jeff, thank you much.
All right, and there is much more to come from here in beautiful Milo. Stay with us.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo. On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Milo, is sponsored by Cat Tracks LaGrange, your dealer for Hewitt Docks and Grasshopper lawn mowers. Maine Savings goes beyond what's expected by finding new ways to offer superior financial services. Find a better path forward with Maine Savings. Harris Lumber has been serving the Pequot area for more than 50 years, where customer service is our priority.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodoc creates
the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system. With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else.
Because at Hewitt, we build stronger.
After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
This fall, you'll vote on a costly electric scheme. It's called Pine Tree Power. And here are the facts. It will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. An independent study says it will increase electric bills. And this scheme is so poorly written, Pine Tree Power isn't required to have an operations plan when it takes over. no plan to keep the lights on. That's a bad idea. Vote no on question 3.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Everyone. Tradition is a common thread that makes Milo what it is. Through historic battles fought here in the Civil War to maintaining the heartbeat of the town, our Doug Banks takes a closer look into the history of Milo.
This year is Milo's bicentennial. For many, it's a time for reflection, and what they have to look back on is filled with pride, tragedy, and honor when the cause was great.
And a member of the color guard was Sergeant William T. Livermore, a 22-year-old farmer from Milo.
Milo's history with war is full of patriotism and sacrifice. 3 bridges in Milo are dedicated to 3 Vietnam soldiers who never made it back home. 2 businesses became the backbone of the town in the late 19th century. The Bangor-Aroostook Railroad and the American Thread Company allowed Milo to grow. Ron Knowles, now the creator of the Milo Veterans Memorial, was once a worker for the Bangor and Aroostook Railroad.
Just 2 miles away was a little village known then as Derby, which is now also a part of Milo.
The American Thread Company helped populate the region, bringing in people in hopes of a reliable job. Today the building is a hardware store, with the land becoming a solar panel field.
Wicked change. They've lost a lot of businesses. For some reason, I don't know that it'll ever come back the way it was.
In 2008, an arson fire left Main Street devastated. But thanks to a strong sense of community and the common thread of standing together, the town continues the process of revitalization. Through it all, Milo shows its resilience, not through the glitz and glamour, but how they represent the ones who made the town what it is today.
It kind of makes me wonder how 50 years from now, when they have the next anniversary, how they're going to picture how everything has changed from what it is today to what it will be then.
In Milo, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, after years of brainstorming and debate, Milo's Civil War Memorial has finally found its permanent home in Evergreen Cemetery. Town residents say history is a very important piece of what makes up Milo today. They say it's only fitting a memorial that honors the ones who served our country is a prominent fixture here. The Civil War Memorial and the entire Veterans Memorial is the creation of Milo resident and veteran Ron Knowles.
I oftentimes wonder, had the war gone the other way, how things would have been different. But nonetheless, it was the Civil War that determined where we would be today.
And throughout the year, Milo has been recognizing and celebrating all aspects of its town this month, devoted to the rededication of the memorial. A ceremony will take place tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Evergreen Cemetery on Park Street. A Civil War encampment by the 20th Maine Volunteer Infantry Company Reenactment Group will be set up all weekend long.
And we will also be fortunate to be hearing more from Mr. Knowles a bit later in our show. He'll be joining us live. Meanwhile, a well-known children's book has strong ties to the town of Milo. Elizabeth George Spear wrote The Sign of the Beaver back in the 1970s. The story is set in the wilderness of Maine in the 1700s and is inspired by a family who relocated from Massachusetts to build a new home and a new life on Schoodic Lake. This plot follows 13-year-old Matt, who is left alone to guard his family's cabin when he encounters a Native American boy who teaches him valuable survival lessons.
The story really is about 2 cultures. The boys were about the same age, 14, 15 years old. The Native American boy didn't have a great opinion of white people because of things that had happened in his past, but they helped each other.
Well, the book placed second for the Newbery Award, which recognizes the most distinguished contributions to children's literature. Today, a wooden beaver sits by the dam downtown in recognition of that classic book. really neat to hear that. I'm actually curious to read it.
Yeah, and being here in Milo, it's not hard to see why this area is so inspirational for people and artists as well.
It's certainly beautiful, that's for sure.
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, folks, well, we still have more to come, including sports.
Yes, we do. And weather. Stay tuned for your full 5-day forecast. All that coming right up.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Milo, is sponsored by Lumbra Hardwoods Incorporated, congratulating the town of Milo on its 200th anniversary. Lumbra Hardwoods, 122 River Road, Milo. Congratulations, Milo, on 200 years from Bissell Brothers, Three Rivers. We are proud to serve our hometown. Katahdin Railcar Services, keeping rail transportation safe, one car at a time. On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Milo, is sponsored by Loyalty Inc. We offer custom artwork, friendly service, a clean, sterile environment, and affordable pricing. Loyalty Inc. Our colors never fade. Come find out why everybody gets their hearing aids at Dover Audiology, 859 West Main Street, Dover Foxcroft. McCusick Petroleum, your local supplier of heating oil and propane, selling a broad range of boilers, furnaces, and water heaters.
Bissell Brothers started in 2013 as an idea, an imagined future to strive towards. From the beer we make, how we sell it, and who we choose to work with. In the years that followed, we realized it was time to bring these ideals home to roost in the town that raised us. 5 years later, we look back on this decision fondly, giving back to the community that gave everything to us. Congratulations, Milo, on 200 years.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is your last chance to save big on summer's top styles with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop Labor Day Hot Buys, all just $5.98 each. And featured finds starting at only $17 per month or $9.99.99. Only at Ashley.
Puffer's Place provides quality treatment with compassion and convenience. We offer a broad array of products geared to address illnesses and injuries. We stock a great selection of pipes, t-shirts, herbs, incense, CBD, and more. Visit us just 1.5 miles off Route 7, past Spring Street Greenhouse in Dexter.
Savings just got even better on your favorite designer brands at the Label Shopper Summer Madness Sale. Take an extra 50% off summer fashions. Stop in today and grab more for less at the Summer Madness Sale. Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
Situated in Jonesboro on the coast of Maine lies Barren View Golf Course, a true links course that's a treat for golfers of all skill levels. We feature a driving range, putting green, practice sand trap, pro shop, and snack bar. Open 7 days a week. Please call ahead for a tee time. Tonight's sports is brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary, providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at the most affordable prices.
Joining us, we start with some big news on the hardwood with huge implications. Current Montverde Academy hoop star and former Tacoma State champ Cooper Flagg announced Friday that he will be switching classes. Flagg posted on his Instagram page he will be reclassifying from the high school class of 2025 to 2024, meaning that one of the top recruits in the nation, regardless of class, will now graduate a year earlier. This creates a path for him to start college ball, or whichever he chooses, next fall, which would make him eligible for selection in the 2025 NBA draft, where he is already being touted as a potential top pick. Flagg is coming off a summer which included him winning the MVP award at the Nike Peach Jam amid Maine United's second-place finish. Okay, now let's head up to Orono. Maine field hockey has won 2 consecutive regular season titles, and as they open practice this week on the new turf, they're looking to get back to that glory. Tyler Cruz was in Orono with the latest.
Field hockey season is back in Orono with the Black Bears looking for their 3rd straight America East regular season championship, kicking off practice this week right here on their brand new facility.
We're really grateful to have this opportunity to have this amazing complex. As a team, we've had a few years where we really have built up our program, and so I feel like it's a really big pat on the back and we deserve it.
I've never played an away game at a better stadium that we have. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a great surface. Everything's great so far. Everything's running smoothly, and it's so beautiful.
We are so happy, and
it's hard to find the right words to describe exactly how we feel about it.
After ripping off a perfect undefeated regular season in conference last year, the Black Bears had an early exit in the playoffs and the semifinals at home, something that definitely still stings a little bit.
It's not past me at all yet. I know what it feels like to win a championship, and I want it this year. It hurt last year. We had a great, as you said, conference season, 8-0 in the regular season, but we want the championship.
We had gone through conference play undefeated, which is, we had never done that before. So I think that is maybe more the sting, is that loss in the semifinal game, to not at least have a chance to the championship game and have a chance in playing in the championship game.
After a couple of really good seasons in a row, the Black Bears are losing a few important pieces. Mia Borley, Chloe Walton, just two examples, but the standard has been set. And with the experience they have returning, that standard isn't going anywhere.
The team's rolling over every year, so we have to be able to make a foundation where you can really transition well, bring in the new players, bring in people into different ages, and really make the team flourish in every aspect and make sure that it continues.
It's hard because every year it's a new team and you miss the people, but you also know that that's going to happen. So it's just about bringing the new girls, getting them up to speed as quick as they can, and they're doing great so far.
The Black Bears have a couple weeks of practice before the season officially gets going, with the first game right here on August 25th against Boston College. In Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7 Fox 22 Sports.
Forward to that. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Hey Ryan, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people, and we made it. The mid-August weekend is here. I know how that happened, right? If you're sniffling and sneezing, this could be a reason why. Grass pollen, moderate category, but mold is up there in the high category and likely to get worse over the weekend. Of course, it's been wet around here. Mold spores love that, of course. All right, temperatures today, 76 here in Bangor at the studio, 74 Millinocket, also Bar Harbor, 76. So overall, comfy. Again, the average high is near 78. Most of us did not do that today, but somewhat warmer temperatures are in the 5-day forecast. The really, really hot stuff all summer long across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. It's kind of been confined down there now. Most of the country is kind of getting back toward averages again, and we'll keep that trend going into the weekend and beyond. So here we are. The dog days of summer are on the way. We're losing about 2 minutes and 40 seconds of daylight every day right now. I know, as we work toward fall. And overall, though, our temperatures are going to get a bit warmer around here, as there are a couple 80s in the 5-day forecast. Until then, though, speaking of warm today, temperatures in the 70s, but the water temperatures are still in the 50s. You can get hypothermia in that water temperatures with that very quickly, so be careful if you are swimming this weekend. Okay, so today, lots of clouds around, right? This little low pressure, a pesky low, right? Slowly kind of spinning off this direction. It'll take the clouds with it overnight tonight, and the showers too. Overall, we're in a drying out trend for 1 day only until, there it is, there's our next system. That's going to be in here later tomorrow night, more so on Sunday into Monday, likely with showers and storms. Another what could be good rainfall on the way for us later on Sunday into Monday. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, no worries at all. Gorgeous out there. The clouds and rain are pulling out of here now. See you later. Behind it, though, lots of clear skies for tomorrow into tomorrow morning. Here's 7 o'clock or so tomorrow. Gorgeous outside, but then we'll get some high clouds increasing throughout the afternoon. Any rain, though, should hold off until way late tomorrow night, more so on Sunday, and then scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms on Sunday, also into Monday. There could be some locally heavy rainfall in there, especially getting into early parts of Sunday morning. And that looks like this on paper, so a widespread soaking rainfall again. Maybe a half-inch rainfall is on the way between tomorrow night and Sunday morning. Our forecast then tonight, though, is looking at mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is likely once again after midnight. Look for low temperatures down near 57 and a west breeze around 5 to 10 for tomorrow. All right, here we go. We have increasing clouds, but the other story to here is back up in the 80s tomorrow. We like that with the southwest breeze around 5 to 15, gusting near 20 throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a good day for us tomorrow. There's that chance for showers and storms on Sunday, non-severe. A break in the action with 80 on Monday, followed by some more rain showers on Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. Beth and Peter.
All righty, Jeff, thank you so much.
And there is much more to come from here in Milo, including a live interview with Ron Knowles, who pioneered the Milo Veterans Memorial. Much more on that coming up.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Milo, is sponsored by Trask Insurance since 1938, celebrating Milo's bicentennial. 3 Main Street, Milo. Call 943-7746. DeWitt Jones Realty, providing trust and expertise to buyers and sellers in Milo and all of central and eastern Maine. Maine Alternative Solutions, heating pump sales and service, providing packages that include heat pumps, hot water heater, and solar electricity.
There are many paths toward every goal. Your financial journey is too important to travel alone. Maine Savings is a different type of financial institution. We're here to help you find a path forward that fits you, your family, your business. Our mission is to always go beyond so you can accomplish more. Go beyond what's expected. Go beyond banking.
Grammy Award-winning Train live. Friday, August 18th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. One incredible night with Train. Special guest Better Than Ezra. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Save Me San Francisco Wine Company.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Tonight, searching for survivors in Hawaii.
I'm going to make sure the state has everything it needs.
The tragedy with generations of history reduced to ashes. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David.
Welcome back to ABC 7 News, live on the road here in Milo. We are very grateful to be joined by Ron Knowles. Ron, you are the founder of the Milo Veterans Memorial. It's some really important work that you're doing here in the community. But first, let's talk about your military background. You are a proud member of the U.S. Marine Corps and a Korean War veteran.
Yes, that's correct. I joined the Marine Corps. I was 17 years old in 1953, and I did my tour of duty across the United States and ended up in Okinawa during the Korean War. I never made it to Korea. However, I did work in supply, and we backed up the troops in Korea.
It's certainly very, very important work. And then when you got out of the service, you were saying you made Milo your home, and you're doing some very important work here when it comes to honoring veterans. Tell us first about establishing the Veterans Memorial here.
Well, the Veterans Memorial that I'm responsible for founding, I originally was doing country western jamborees in this town hall, raising a lot of money, and I was giving the money out to charity. And to be very honest with you, occasionally you will find charities that aren't quite as charitable as they should be. So I decided that I'd take this money and build a Veterans Memorial. And I started it in, I've been at it 16 years now. 2007, raised over $100,000 doing country western jamborees. And so I've been working on that. It's been my heartthrob. I'm a part of it. It's a part of me. And to make a long story short, that's where we are. We've finally completed the memorial. I'm very happy.
Must be a wonderful moment for you. And tell me about the reception that you're getting from the community. The veterans must feel so happy that they have this tribute here.
Well, sometimes it could almost bring me to tears. They're very receptive of it, and they're proud of it, and they're proud that it's in the community of Milo. And I'm very happy that it happens to be at its peak during the Civil War recertification of the Civil War monument up here.
Yeah.
So yes, to answer your question, everybody's happy.
Yeah, it makes the heart feel good that you're honoring the service of others, for sure.
It really does. We have, I originally had planned on having about 300 granite pavers with military information on all the troops, and I've got 500 to date.
And we know you've also done work with the Civil War Memorial as well. We're running out of time though for the interview. Just very briefly, what was your work with the Civil War Memorial?
Well, the Civil War Memorial was in the back part of the cemetery, and I approached the town council to move it over to the Veterans Memorial site, and they gave me permission to do that.
All right. Well, I know the town is very grateful for your work. Veterans are very grateful for your work, and thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, that is going to do it for us from ABC 7 News live on the road in Milo. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
ABC 7 News at 6 on the road live from Milo is sponsored by